Okay. It is time for our next wealth doodle, which is on the secret to money making marketing. So if you know that you want to make more money online through social media, then this is the wealth doodle for you. I study marketing for a living. So imagine somebody that spends a ridiculous amount of hours on something. They may know a thing or two. Also, I have made over $1 million online, primarily organically. I have spent a very small amount on paid ads. So majority of my results are all organic, even with a small following, which is honestly my favorite human to support because it proves that anyone can do this. You don't need to be the biggest influencer. You don't need to have a ridiculous amount of hours. You just need to know this stuff, these high income skills, and get better and better and better at it. So give me #live, #replay. This doodle is sponsored by Rebecca with Authors Allies. She has an amazing membership that's super affordable to help you market your book. So if you already have books that you've written or books that you want to write, her membership is going to help you really get it out to the masses, because most people write the book and then they're like, what do I do next? So make sure you connect with Rebecca so you can get a part of her amazing program and learn exactly what you need to do and make it happen. And you're more likely to do something when you have accountability around you, like hands freaking down. So even just simply for the accountability will be worth it. And then the knowledge is just icing on the cake. So there's 3 key components. There's going to be way more, and we'll break them down in future doodles, but we're starting with the simple stuff first. I love that you can see my shadow. Hi. So I look at people's profiles and their pages a lot because I really want to look for what's in the gap, because there are so many amazing, talented humans out there that are not even making close to what they could be making. And with a few small tweaks, you can really get this going so much faster and feel so much better. It does not mean you have to post more to get more results. Can that help? Maybe. But if you're posting the wrong stuff, like cat memes all day, and you're not even in the cat industry, then that's not going to be the case. So it's always quality. Everything is quality first. Quality content, quality leads, quality clients, students, members, etc. Then we scale from there. And when you can have quality as your focus, then everything is built on just such a stronger foundation. So first and foremost, this may sound silly, but we need to know what we're selling. And this is key because too often people are posting really juicy, valuable content, but it's unclear if they're even selling it or promoting it or if they're an affiliate of it. Like, it sounds so basic, but people need to understand why are you talking about something. So for example, I am an affiliate with a mental wellness company, and I promote something called Happy Juice. I talk about it in my stories a lot. And also I literally have a poll in my stories asking if somebody's ready to order, asking if they have more details or want more details. So it's very, very clear. Not only do I drink it and I love it and it's getting me results, but you can too. And so we a lot of times assume that people know. Of course they know I am in real estate. Of course they know that, I'm promoting this product. Of course they know that I'm an accountant or a coach or a speaker or whatever it may be. And it may be so obvious to you, but someone that is either new to your audience or isn't seeing all of your content or anything in between, I guarantee you it is not very clear to them. So the more and more we can make that clear and clear to you is really, really important. So what are we actually selling? So that way, before we even plan any content, we're very, very clear that all money-making content is to support what are we selling? Because this is critical when we're going to plan content. We're not just planning content to plan content. We're planning content to create a money-making machine. And so this is just so important. And I want you to really make sure that it's very, very clear. Then from there is, who are we actually selling to? Because we can absolutely sell to everyone for a lot of things, but when you create generalized content, it really is hard for people to connect, to relate, to know that you're talking to them, to even pull them in. So when you can actually get more specific, then it can be extremely helpful. So if I'm promoting my happy juice and I say, if you have ADHD, like, this has truly helped me focus more, that is helpful. Or if you're a busy mom and you have mom fog, this has helped me so much with my mom fog. So it's giving examples to connect the dots for the person that I'm wanting to connect with. So you can have multiple people. We want to get more specific in different types of content, so that way we can easily pull that person in, and they know that, like, that piece of content and that product, program, or service could be perfect for them. Again, we don't want to assume that people know this. We want to make it as clear as possible. A lot of times this will feel super basic, like, do I really need to say this? And when you feel that, go ahead and say it, because the clearer it is, it's going to be better for that person that's moving quickly through social media, be able to pull them in. Okay. And then the most important is, how do they actually buy? Now, a lot of times I see people, they'll nail the first two and then they forget about this. So they'll talk about what they're doing that people can be involved in and how it can impact people. They'll say who it's for in all different ways, but then they're not specifically so this is called a call to action. So CTA, call to action. They're not creating a call to action that is clear and doing it enough that it is creating a gap in their buying process and their sales cycle. So the more we can do these and they can all work together, everything can go so much faster. And think about the person on the other end. Like, if you heard of a product and you're like, oh my gosh, like, I really think that would support me. So we have the what nailed down, we have the who's nailed down, like, this is you as the consumer. But then the person never ever gave you the link to buy. They never said what the next step is. They never responded to any of your DMs. Would they get the sale? No. And you may not even know that they are even promoting it if they're not being very, very clear on what the call to action is. So we can't do this one enough. Like, when I go and peek on people's social media, this is the biggest gap. This is the biggest gap that I see. And typically, if they're not doing this, then I probably don't even know. So this could be a bigger gap. But when people are nailing, like, at least 1 and 2, this is the biggest gap that's clear to me, because they're nailing 1 and 2. So I really want to ask you, how can you make it more clear that people can actually buy from you? There's a whole lot of ideas that I have for you, depending on where you're able to market and where you like to market, but polls are great. So polls and stories are phenomenal. It gives somebody something very, very easy to do. You can also say, DM me a certain word. So DM me with, like, a code word. Comment below is a very popular one, whether it's manual or you have a software helping you with that. So comment below, DM me, polls. You can go ahead and put the link in your bio. You can put the link on the story. You can put the link in the post. The only thing with this that I will tell you is, don't glaze over the others. And the reason why is because you are, one, taking the buying process out of your hands and relying on somebody else to follow through that is very, very busy. No matter who you're marketing to, everyone is busy. So if you say link in bio, if you put the link below, which I do want you to do this one. This one is important. Wherever you can, put the links, right? Wherever it makes sense. But we're not doing these as well typically. And this is going to boost your bottom line tremendously. Give me 30 days of doing more buying polls, more DM me this word, comment below. You can even reach out to people if they have any questions. But this alone, if this is the only thing that you did differently, after you obviously got clear on 1 and 2, but if you did this more and more the next 30 days, I guarantee you will make more money. Guarantee you. Because people are watching you. You're not always going to get the validation that they're watching. So I just did a Happy Juice poll in my stories. I have 3 people that are interested and want more information. Now, if I just did not do a poll and I just posted about it, right? And saying, let me know if you want any more information, it still is challenging because it's more work. So I love a good poll. I love a good DM or comment below. So diversify and change this up. Obviously your audience is going to need to get used to all of this, and you're going to need to get used to all of this, but we cannot do enough calls to actions. I want you to think about each piece of your content being like a mini commercial, whether it's a story, whether it's a post, whether it's a reel, but I know it's harder to watch commercials nowadays, but watch commercials, pay attention. They're telling you what the product is. Even if they don't give you all the nitty gritties, they're showcasing the product in a certain way. They're pulling in a certain person in different ways, and they're telling you how to actually buy, whether it's on Amazon, you need to go to your doctor, you can pull through the drive-through, whatever it may be. But they're very, very clear on nailing all 3 of these, and they're spending boatloads of money for those ads. So they don't want to waste their money. They want to make sure that their marketing is helping them make money. So you're a business owner. And if you're going to call yourself a business owner, you've got to take this more seriously. This is not just when I have time, I'll do this. You get to prioritize money making marketing now, because you're calling yourself an entrepreneur. You're wanting to build a wealth vehicle that can literally it can make as much money as you want. Regardless of what you're making right now, you building a wealth vehicle and getting really good at money making marketing will make you a very, very wealthy woman long term. By just lightly talking about Happy Juice, which is not even my main focus, it is just a byproduct of literally a product that I love. And obviously I do so much online that I want to test new things. So by me lightly talking about Happy Juice in my stories specifically for a few months, I have now built a new revenue stream that is reoccurring. And it's just going to continue to grow and grow and grow. So don't knock just starting small if that's where you're at. Get so good at the skill, and the skill will pay you for decades. Be cool with wherever you're at, and you're going to get better. And when we can actually do things more intentionally, you're going to speed up time tremendously, because we're not just constantly throwing spaghetti at the wall. So decide, this is in order. So if you're already really clear on what you're selling and you are talking about it, this is not just privately, you are talking about it. You're showing yourself working out. You're showing a product that you love. You're talking about your coaching services or your service-based services or whatever it may be. People on some level are clear on what you're selling. We can always get better, but if that is clear, then you can move on to, let's get your messaging way more dialed in on who this is perfect for. The more specific you can become, the better. So there is a lot of room to grow here. If you have multiple people, then create different types of marketing strategies, pieces of content to focus on different people. But be careful of saying, well, we can help this person and we can help this person, we can help this person all in one piece of content. Okay. So focus on one who at a time, and then you can always layer in more. And then typically where most people are going to be, these can go pretty quickly. Then this is where I want you to focus your efforts. And I want you to have this like literally on a Post-it note of like, okay, every single day, how am I creating a call to action? And calls to actions can still be book a call with you. It can be to get on your email list. So calls to action don't have to be just for people that are ready to buy. We really want to utilize and maximize social media to get the people that are ready to the next step. Whether it is your email list, whether it is a masterclass, whether it is a booking of a call, or at least asking for information is great because it opens up a dialogue. People are moving so quickly. So, if we're only having calls to actions of they're ready to buy, it most likely is skipping a good population of your people that sprinkle in more, who wants more information. Right? Because that will be so helpful to be able to create those conversations, even in the DMs or on a phone call or send them to a sales page. But knowing who is interested is massive. It is so important. It feels incredible too, because you can create this very, enjoyable process for people because you can answer all of their questions. You can take care of them through the entire process and celebrate them every step of the way. Like it's the thing that's being missed. And if you have a small audience, it's like you can absolutely do this, and it is your advantage. People that have hundreds of thousands of followers, it's way harder for them. So this is your superpower. This is your advantage, and you should absolutely be maximizing it more and more and more. So I want you to play with this. Let me know if you get stuck and where you get stuck. Happy to support you, but I guarantee you having way more calls to actions in your marketing plan over the next 30 days, you cannot have enough calls to actions. You could do multiple calls to actions a day. And the beautiful part about calls to actions, it will also measure the content, because again, the example of the happy juice, the poll that I did, if 0 people marked on the poll, it just tells me, okay, either I didn't clearly talk about it, or people aren't ready to buy. So I need to show more of the transformation, right? No matter what, when we have calls to action built in, it makes your marketing so much more measurable. And we're not looking for views. We're not looking for followers. Those things are a great byproduct of good content, but at the end of the day, they don't pay the bills. So we want to prioritize what we're measuring is the call to action, and getting really, really clear and better and better and better at the call to action so people can know what to do next. And you can switch that up, but use a call to action at least once a day. It's like brushing your teeth. So maybe even twice a day. I'm a very much teeth brusher. So once a day, if not twice a day, you can't do it enough. It will help your marketing. It will help the decision fatigue. You'll get out of the spaghetti throwing at the wall, and you'll start to get really, really clear on what actually converts. And then you can double down on that for the next 30 days and the next 30 days. And then eventually you could obviously throw in some ad money behind things, but too often people want to skip to ads and not test things organically. And you can do that. It's just you're going to Las Vegas when you do that. We want to have some solid data so we know what's actually working for you and your audience and getting you results. We're all about results here. So if you want results, then take this seriously. This can be taught no matter who you are, no matter what industry you are in. You just have to start wherever you're at and get better and better and better, and listen to your audience. See what they're saying or not saying. All of it is valuable information, and all of it will help you and your audience and your goals. And the more we can focus on this and get better, it's going to speed up your wealthy journey so much. So much. So share this with a friend. I hope you liked this doodle, and I'll see you back on the next one.